f of x is 2 times x plus 1 to the 2/3 power. Find the relative extrema of f. Let's do this by applying first derivative test. And to apply this, we have to find critical values of f. Second of all, make the chart summarizing if f is increasing or decreasing to the left and to the right of each of these critical values. Then we're going to use that chart to figure out where the relative extrema are. So let's do this. First of all, find the critical values. That's where f prime is 0 or undefined. And if you want to find where f prime is 0 or undefined, we probably should start by finding f prime of x. And what's f prime of x? 2/3 goes down. 2 times 2/3 is 4/3 times x plus 1 to the 2/3 minus 1 is negative 1/3, also known as 4 over 3 times cube root of x plus 1. Where critical value is where f prime is 0 or undefined. The only way this thing is going to be 0, only way a fraction can be 0, is when the numerator or the number at the top becomes 0. But this is not possible, so f prime cannot be 0. But can it be undefined? Yes, because the denominator can be 0 when x plus 1 is 0 or when x is negative 1. So x is negative 1 is the critical value of f. Second thing, we are going to make a chart, and negative 1 is the only critical value that's going to go into the chart, and this thing is going to be f prime. What is the sign of f prime to the left of negative 1? Well, let's pick any number, let's say negative 2, and plug it in into f prime of x. 4 over 3 times cube root of negative 2 plus 1. Negative 2 plus 1 is going to be negative. So the bottom is going to be negative. The top is 4, positive 4. So positive divided by negative is going to give you negative. So because f prime is negative, f is decreasing to the left of negative 1. How about to the right of negative 1? Well, let's pick any number greater than 1. Let's say 0. Plug 0 into this. 0 plus 1 is positive, so positive over positive is going to be positive. And because f prime is positive to the left of to the right of negative 1, f is going to be increasing to the right of negative 1. So if you think about this, f is decreasing from the left, f is increasing to the right. So negative 1 has to be relative minimum. So what's the point? What's the point at which this is happening? Well, we can figure that out by plugging negative 1 into f. F of negative 1 is going to be 2 times negative 1 plus 1 to the 2/3, and this thing is 0, so the entire thing is 0. So we have relative minimum and negative 1, 0, and that's our answer. And I have a graph of f equals 2 times x plus 1 to the 2/3 graphed below using desmos.com. And as you can see, we have a relative minimum at negative 1, 0. And as you can see, as the points are getting closer and closer to negative 1, 0, the slope of tangent line seems to be approaching undefined slope because the tangent line is becoming vertical and the slope of vertical line is undefined. So as x value is approaching this point, the slope of the line is going to become undefined. So it makes sense f prime is undefined at this point. And this point is negative 1, 0, and that's where relative minimum is located at.